everyone, welcome to How Ines Rolls. It's a little early. It's like 7:30. Kids are at home. It's the start of summer, so I am gonna go head over to WinCo and do some stocking up. It's already hot here, so I have to think ahead. I wanna hit WinCo before it gets into the hundreds. So let's go right now. Kind of nice coming to the store at this hour. It's like barely 8 o'clock, but I noticed it's like 90 degrees already on my thermostat, so maybe earlier is going to be better in the summer. Also, I need to give you guys a life update. So I am kind of just in stocking up mode right now, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more as I'm unpacking, but a lot of stuff has been happening, and I'm going to tell you some of the blessings that it is about stocking up a little bit. How many of you guys buy seeds? Buying some of these is a really good idea to stock up on. And I have some of these in my freezer. Just started picking up some. I didn't realize they sold them at WinCo. Ooh, goodness, it is warm outside. So, welcome to the desert. So it's about 90, 95 degrees, and it's like 9 o'clock. Goodness. Okay, so our highs today, if you're wondering, 104. Okay, so you can see lots of bags, but I must have miscalculated. So my budget was $150, and so I'll let you know how much all of this was by the end. So, but let's see how much I did get, and then you can start guessing how much I spent before. Anyways, so I am going to be telling you what's been going on in my life the last couple of weeks and my family's life, and showing you what we got. As you can see right behind me, it is watermelon season. Let me know if you have been finding good watermelons. Sometimes the first ones for me aren't the best, but I'm excited to get that. That was 28 cents a pound, so that was a decent price. So we're gonna start unpacking. I love using paper bags because I use them for recyclables. So it's easy to put them right next to me. In fact, I have a full one right in front of me, just to go drop it in our recycle bin. So easy, and the boys don't grumble when I'm like, bring it back, because they don't have to. So they just drop it right into the recyclable as well. So let's start unpacking. Okay, so the boys are home for summer break. So I need to make sure that I have things readily available for them to eat, things that I can make really quickly. So one of the things that I picked up were these little mini chicken egg rolls. It has a really great sauce that's like a sweet chili sauce that's so good with them. So they're very small, so I can probably cook up the whole pack, and then it might be enough for like Jonas and Kobe, a couple of the boys that like it, or their friends if they come over. That was like $6.80, I believe. So that was a little more pricier, but it's a full bag of egg rolls. I picked up like 5 of these. These Zataran's yellow rice. I have recipes. You could just take a look, but it's the chicken and cheese and rice and a crock pot or something like that. I'll try to link it below, but this is the rice that we use. Plus it's gluten-free and it has a great taste. So sometimes I just make up some protein and then just make some rice on the side. Super easy. Paul really likes it as well. Picked up some more of the lower sugar maple and brown sugar oatmeal. Can I talk? Now this one's a little more pricier because you're paying for less sugar, which is less ingredients, so it makes no sense to me. Just kidding. I mean, we're paying for this, right? Okay, so I'm trying to stock up on this as we're going through them, because I think as a family, we're just going to start doing the lower sugar. It's better for everyone. Cut where we can, right? The gluten-free coffee cake. It's a cinnamon swirl, so good. Paul loves this, so I'll make it up one weekend and he could have it over the weekend, or maybe I'll make it up at the beginning of the week and it's part of his breakfast for like a few days. So he really enjoys it. It only makes an 8x8 pan, so that is really his size. So, and that's fine. He actually will share it with all of us, and I really think the taste of it is so good. I picked up a couple of these cans, these peach slices in the heavy syrup. Now, I could have done it in the juice, but the reason I chose the heavy syrup is because I probably will most likely use these in desserts. So we get together a lot with friends over the summer, barbecues, what you name it, we will probably be doing that as a friend group. And so I like to have easy go-to desserts. 2 of these cans in a grease 9x13, sprinkle a box of yellow cake mix, take 1 stick of butter and cube it up and spread that around. Bake it, I believe it's 350 for about 40 minutes or so. A la mode. It's like peaches a la mode. Throw some ice cream with that. So good, you guys. And so easy. You're talking like a $5 dessert. So WinCo has the good price peaches apparently. Okay, picked up some Velveeta Shells. So gone are the days where 1 box would take care of my kids. Jonas can eat 1 by himself often. Okay, so, and he likes the Velveeta Shells. So this one is pricier because you're paying for the convenience of the cheese already made. And actually this is a really great item to have in a food storage, because if something were to happen, you just basically have to boil the water and the noodles and it's prepared. So I really enjoy having this on hand. I need to buy more if he doesn't eat them fast. I can try to stock up. I also picked up our favorite boxes of pancake mix. Again, this is just an add water. I like to add some chocolate chips to make it special. Sometimes I make pancakes, sometimes I make little waffles and put them in the freezer. So I just like to have that on hand, and I usually make the whole box at once, and it's about 3 to 4 days for my kids. So happy about that. Another thing that I picked up were a couple of these bags of brown sugar, so I can make some more muffins, keep them in the back freezer. Plus, I'm going to be making a lot of cookies. Lots and lots of cookies as a thank you. And I'm gonna tell you why, as I'm starting to unpack. Life is unpredictable. And so having things on hand in the freezer, you don't have to think about it. You can pull things out and make. I'm not worrying about what I have in my pantry so much. I'm just going to the store and picking up a couple of things here and there, and I can just go to the closest one to me. Unfortunately, our family has been dealing with a very sad emergency. My sweet mother-in-law, a couple of weeks ago, she was in a very serious car accident. Fortunately, it was just her, and there wasn't another car, because that would have been very heartbreaking as well. But she was in critical condition. We've been out of town a lot to go and see her and be with her. My husband had to take a week off from work because his phone was just constantly going off. He could not think. It was very hard. But the generosity of people in our neighborhood, our family, has just been very heart-touching, and it really just reinforces how good people want to be and how good people are. And from personal experience, being on the other end and helping, I always think that I can always make a meal on a minute's notice. I mean, I don't need much time because my pantry has food. My freezer has some food. I can pull out and make a meal for a family in need in no time. And that's where I feel like I could help, is when I have stuff to donate, to give. So I know a lot of you know my mother-in-law because when we do the lives, she's always there and being very supportive with me on YouTube. She's great. We love her so much, and she's recovering. It's going to be a long road. So we have a lot of traveling to do on the weekends to be with her. And so I need to make sure we have things made, things available. The summer, I mean, right now, who wants to cook in the summer that much? That's where I eat a lot of salads and a lot of fruit and things like that. And even Paul and I lately have been thinking about making just protein shakes at dinner. So who knows what we're gonna be doing, but it's good to have these things on hand, especially with the time that's going on right now, the uncertainty that there could be more things on the horizon that could be affecting our food supply. It's just great to think ahead, friends. Let me know down below if you have been buying a little extra, maybe $5 or $10 extra if you can. There is some rules of thought, like if you buy one, get 2 backups, if you can do that. That way you can see when you get your second, like say you got 3 cans of the peaches, then when you're using the first peach, you know that you can start planning to get some more because you're starting to use your supply. So that way, if in case of an emergency or a life emergency, you have some security. And I'm going to show you what else I got. Thank you for listening to the life update. It's been a very, very hard, difficult couple of weeks. And I just have to say that I have an awesome family who is wonderful. And from my husband's sister, my sister-in-law, she has been, she's been keeping the boat floating, so to say. So we get all the updates, the conference calls from her, and we are just so appreciative. So let's start unpacking. So far, are you keeping track? Because I did buy lots of multiples of things. So let me show you some other things that I got. So WinCo has a great selection of fruits and vegetables. So I just picked up a red bell pepper for 88 cents and 2 this time of the green onions. They were $1 for both. And then 5 pounds of carrots and of course a sweet onion. So all of this right here is, not all of it, but like a majority of these ingredients will go into some stir fry, actually the fried rice. So I love to do that. And then what I also do is when I go grocery shopping again, I just pick up some more of these, some more carrots. And so I'll chop up what I have left and put them in a freezer bag, keep them in the freezer. Super easy to put into some casseroles or some stews or anything like that. So good to have on hand. This is a delicious meal. Just picked up some more lettuce. We have stuff to make burgers, so I wanted to make sure we had lettuce. Gotta have some extra potatoes. This is so good. Even fried up, just more like steamed, honestly. I just throw a little bit of oil and put some ground beef with sloppy Joe mix. So good, you guys. And we love these apples. These are the Cosmic Crisp apples. So they're like Honey Crisp, but somehow a lot cheaper. So these are just, the last time I went to WinCo, they were 99 cents a pound, and today they were about $1.20, $1.27, I think, a pound. And so I just got enough for Paul for him to go to work, and he loves to take some apples to work. So, and they're just so crisp and they're so sweet. And then just some bananas, and I also got them a little bit greenish so that they will last a couple more days. So good. Let's keep going. All right, so I picked up a few bags of these milk chocolate chips. WinCo has the best price on chocolate chips. It's like $1.70 something. It might be comparable to Walmart, but since I was already at WinCo, I picked up 3 bags. So these are perfect for desserts like the graham cracker bars. I love making those. They're super easy. And also we love pumpkin chocolate chip muffins year round. I know pumpkin tends to be a good fall thing, but we just love these muffins so much, and we can keep them in the freezer and pull them out whenever. So good. I picked up some of their their sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is so good and it's so big. So I just usually have one slice cut in half, and it can make a sandwich or just some toast. This one's really good. So I'll probably be packing some of this up when we go up to visit my mother-in-law. And I'm also gonna take some oatmeal with us just to kind of offset some of the cost. So that way we could just have a yummy breakfast and not have to worry about paying for it. And also how fattening it can be going to McDonald's, right? I mean, it's not like the healthiest. So anyways, I'm gonna make a plan. So that's gonna be really good on the pocketbook. Picked up some corn tortillas for Paul, just so he can have like tacos, or if we're gonna have like some enchilada casserole, these are good to have. Picked up our favorite sauces. So now that the boys are home, a very easy thing that I can do, which I have done already this last week, was just to make some spaghetti. Plain spaghetti with some bread, that my baguette breads that I make, and they love it. It's so good. And so we just have that for lunch sometimes. So we're gonna plan on doing that at least once a week. So that Prego sauce comes in handy. Okay, I picked up 2 of these 5-pound bags of the rice. So we're going through lots of rice, which is a good thing because that is more gluten-free for Paul and his eating. And if I'm making fried rice, I cook up like 3 cups of this and let it kind of go stale a little bit. So I let it sit on the counter and then I put it in the fridge so it gets kind of hard a little. So that way when I'm cooking it in, it's like perfect, you guys. Plus we've also told some friends that we wanted to have them over sometime. So it's good to have a stock up on the rice. We've been bragging about the fried rice. It's really good. I picked up some of these. Now these chicken strips, first of all, they're really good. But what I do is I won't cook up the whole bag. I'll just cook up some, chop them up, and then put them into tortillas with some lettuce and some cheese, sprinkled cheese in it. Wrap it up, wrap them into a bag, and keep them in the fridge so that the boys could just pull them out for lunches or for a snack or something. So I used to do that a lot with the kids, my older kids, when they were in school as part of their lunches. And so we just have to make sure I can remember to make them. If not, I mean, throw some mac and cheese with that. They will totally love it. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so I needed to pick up some more freezer bags and some more freezer quart bags. So I've been making a lot of ham cups lately and keeping them in the freezer. If I go buy, like I went to Costco yesterday just to pick up a couple of things. And then I just said, well, since I'm here, I'm just gonna buy the 5 dozen of eggs too for 10 bucks. So now I have more eggs, and then I just make ham cups and freeze those. And those are just what I have for breakfast. But of course, with also freezing eggs in, what I've done is I will spray cooking spray in a ice cube tray, and I will take an egg and put it in a little like bowl, and then kind of break the yolk a little bit and not whip it because you don't want air. You just kind of want to break the yolk. And I pour it into the ice cube trays, freeze them, and then I can try to pop them out. I might have to soak it a tiny bit in warm water just to pop them out, and then I keep them in freezer bags. So I said I was going to do a little experiment, and I have already heard that you just thaw them out, put them in recipes, totally fine. But I wanted to see what they tasted like. So I did it, I cooked them up. You guys, it was the same, honestly. It was so good. So I am not worried about freezing and thawing out and cooking them up and having them lose like a texture thing or a flavor thing. It was delicious. So that gave me the green light to just go ahead and start freezing a whole lot more eggs in case, you know, they go way more and I can't afford them here and there. So that's why I have these. Plus, we're making a lot of chocolate chip cookies as thank yous for people and friends and people from church who have just been so loving and generous for us. And we're grateful for them, and definitely need the freezer bags for sure. I picked up some aluminum foil in case we want to do some baked potatoes. And you guys, I saw these smoothie straws for $1. So my kids are going to love these. Like I said, Paul and I have been doing a lot more protein shakes, He has one like every day anyways, but I thought I would join him too. But look at how great these straws are. So happy to find them at WinCo. Happy they were just $1. So happy. Can't go to the store and not buy some treats, but these treats are going to be for our car rides up where we're going out of state to go visit my mother-in-law while she's in the hospital and recuperating. So we're gonna, I'm gonna make little goodie bags so that we can just take them up, and the boys will love these, of course. Plus I got these, Ezra loves this applesauce. Although he hasn't had the peach mango one before, but I think he'll like it. He usually goes for the strawberry. And then Jonas loves the bubble fruit. So this has little bobas in it, which is so yummy. This is actually lemonade, so he could just drink it. And so I just think it's like a nice, fun, like, snack for sure. Okay, a couple of things I picked up. Some more soy sauce, and we ran out of oyster sauce, you guys. Let me know down below if you use oyster sauce in your cooking. Now, let me tell you, it does not taste like oysters, or I don't think I would eat it, but it's just called oyster flavored. It's like in all Asian cuisine. So if you love Asian cuisine, there's a big chance that there's oyster sauce in it. So I use like a couple of tablespoons when I am using, when I'm making the fried rice. So good. And I really should buy the big one from Costco. Oh, why do I keep forgetting? All right, and then the last thing that I picked up were a lot of cans, just a few different kinds. So I picked up 4 of the corn and 4 of the tomato sauces. Now I make arroz con pollo and I use 1 can of them. So when I make like a red rice, it's perfect. And then of course I could put this corn in there. And then I picked up 4 more cans of the Sloppy Joe sauce. So we're probably going to need to start making 2 pounds. This will be 1 pound of meat. So depending on how many of us are eating, we might have to engage with 2 pounds. I hate saying that, but I have grown men now, you guys. So this will be good on some fried potatoes. We've even had it in buns, but not really. We usually don't have it in buns. So, and then I picked up a couple of more cans of pinto beans. Now this was super good to add into taco soup, but just my side because nobody else will eat it. But what I like to do with them is just rinse them and cook them and smash them, adding some cheddar cheese into it, and boom, I can make my own very quick, very easy bean burritos, and even keep them in the refrigerator if I make more than 1 can. So they're a good go-to, and I'm very cheap. That is it, you guys. Now, what did you guess? Do you think I went over? Do you think I actually went over? No, I was under by like 20 bucks. It was $130, so I must have been calculating wrong, just being in a rush and being overwhelmed a little bit. It's so hard to get back into swing of things with going grocery shopping and of course doing a haul. This is my first haul back in the last couple of weeks. Gratefully, I had made 2 hauls ahead of time. I don't know. Maybe I was just being prepared, and I'm grateful that I was. And so that I'm just now back. It's been a couple of weeks, and you can keep expecting weekly hauls. So thanks so much. Let me show you really quick right behind me here. Take a look at all of the things I get to go put back in my pantry. I am so excited about it. And I'm so excited that you're here. Like the video, share it. Subscribe if you haven't done so. I'm grateful for all you rollers. Stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. Bye, everyone.